Now, on the other end of the spectrum, rough news from the Plains because not yet official. I was kind of waiting this out Thursday night. Nothing official, but being reported by 24/7 Sports, Philip Marshall specifically, that Derek Mason, the defensive coordinator, leaving for Oklahoma State. So Auburn's going to have two new coordinators this season, and they hired one guy, Austin Davis. I'm not trying to trash him, but to my knowledge, he's not called any plays quarterback coach in the NFL. And Bryan Harsin has also noted that, hey, we're bringing this guy in part to recruit quarterbacks more so than his elite play calling ability. Now, maybe Austin Davis will be terrific. Again, this is more about Derek Mason leaving, who I know some Auburn fans not too thrilled with Derek Mason. Kind of some failures to adjust late in the season. I think that's a fair argument to be made, but it's tough to see at this point in the football calendar Auburn being able to upgrade from Derek Mason now that he is leaving for Oklahoma State. And the plan, according to Philip Marshall once again, is to promote Jeff Schmelding to defensive coordinator and going to hire former Florida linebacker coach Christian Robinson, who he is an outstanding recruiter. Robinson was a very, very popular coach down there at Florida. Michigan tried to hire him away last offseason, and Florida managed to keep Robinson. So, hey, you're adding an SEC veteran, an up-and-comer, but you're losing, again, Derek Mason. And you remember when Bryan Harsin got hired, how we judged these guys initially is their staffs, hiring Mike Bobo, hiring Derek Mason. It looked to be a coup at the time. Mike Bobo, 1 year removed, fired. Now Derek Mason leaving for Oklahoma State. And I know Oklahoma State had a good year, but I don't know how you see losing a coordinator to a lateral at best. I think it's a step down for Derek Mason going from the Plains to Oklahoma State. It's just not a great look for Auburn. Now, maybe, we're making sure with Bryan Harsin, we're getting everybody on the same page because your back's kind of against the wall, as crazy as that sounds, heading into your second year. But it just does not look great down there right now. And I'm not ready to call the guy out and say he's not going to survive. But when you got 9 defensive players in the last month transferring out, certainly seems like Derek Mason, maybe it was known down there he was not going to be returning. We've had guys like J.J. Pegues, not mentioned that yet. He's transferred to Ole Miss. Lee Hunter, he transferred out. He's going to Central Florida. Old Gus, going to reunite with Gus. And Drayshawn Miller, Amarion Harvey, Dre Butler, Nick Curtis, Eric Reed, Daniel Foster Allen, Romelio Height. All these defensive players in the last month have transferred out of Auburn. So it kind of leads me to believe that maybe they saw this coming. And maybe that's given Bryan Harsin time to kind of figure out the plan moving forward. But I don't know, it's a perception hit and just a lot of turnover this offseason at Auburn when you're looking at programs like South Carolina, like Tennessee, even Vanderbilt with second-year coaches, with the staff largely remaining the same. You want that continuity. You want to build on what you did year one. And at Auburn, it feels like we're building from scratch, basically. New quarterback, new coordinators. And, man, I hate to even do this. I'm not a big hot seat guy, but Bryan Harsin, he may be sitting on the hottest seat in the SEC, which is unbelievable because here I was a dumbass saying, this guy, we got to give him consideration for Coach of the Year when Auburn was sitting at, I believe, 5-2 with, a little over a month left in the season, and Auburn controlling their destiny in the SEC West. Here we are, fast forward a couple months, and the guy is, his seat's heating up there on the plane. So this is going to be a situation to monitor all off season, but, I think Bryan Harsin can turn it around. It's not like he's new to college football or anything like that, but I'm trying to look at this situation and look for a glimmer of hope. And all I'm seeing is we got Tank Bigsby, maybe the best running back in the SEC. Maybe he can carry you to a surprising season next year, but it's going to be tough. So, I'll have my eye on what's going on down there. But needless to say, seeing some red flags down there on the Plains this offseason.